So I know what it takes. I know the level of discipline you all have right now, and I love how you're managing stuff around here. And so before talking about my job, which I really want to, because it's been 8 years now I'm doing what I'm doing, and I never got to share about my life story to anyone, and I think so this is the best stage to start with. So before even I came, like, I got a message from Nirija. She's here, she works with me, we work together, and Puneet, you got an invitation for a TED talk, and then we all were excited, like, wow, like, let's do this, let's talk about. And then she showed me, my wife showed me like few more TED talks. ये TED talk देखो, ये सब start करना है, फिर ये तुम्हारा storyline होना चाहिए, ऐसा end होना चाहिए. तो मैंने सबको हाँ बोला, I don't know, मैंने सबको हाँ बोला. But then the thing is, never been someone I take inspiration from. I love to be how I am in front of you from now on. Since the time I saw that, तो मुझे लगा कि यार मैं mistakes करने वाला हूँ, I know, because I'm not a person who gives speeches. I'm the person who coaches people. I'm the person who makes a person, if I look at you, I can make you stronger. I can look at your body. I know what you're thinking, right? I talk about fitness or anything. I can make a better version of yourself. So that's what I'm good at, but I'm not good in this, what I'm doing right now. So yeah, okay. Let's start with my journey first. So when I'm talking about mistakes, this is what what we all should be okay with. And that is, it's okay to make mistakes. When we try to prepare for something, we try to be perfect at that, right? We वो करना है, let's gather all the information, and then we get so overwhelmed कि stage पे आ गया तो खत्म अभी. So much things to do together, and that somewhere that thing of making mistakes is beautiful. You know, that's what makes the character. Now what I've created is because of so many mistakes which I had made, and I'm still excuse myself for making mistakes, because that is what made me the person I am. So I'm going back to what I am. I'll just quickly introduce myself. बोला नहीं what I do. So my name is Puneet. I own a fitness. I train about 15,000 all over. My goal is to reach, very soon we will do that, to just teach about fitness, to just talk about fitness, to just make people stronger, better. Because when it comes to fitness, the information out there is so much and so complicated, and that's why I know the initial goal why I stepped into fitness was to make this information about working out simpler. This information about transformation, body transformation, मुझे बस fit रहना है, muscles बनाना है, मुझे ऐसा, मुझे वैसा, मुझे पतला कमर चाहिए. All this information I want to make it simpler for people. So what I was doing before I graduated, I finished my 10th, I finished my 12th. I was not that person. तभी का time में ना, we didn't have so much knowledge about career कि ये pursue करेगा तो ये होने वाला है, वो pursue किया तो ये मिलने वाला है. At that time मेरे को जो dad और mom बोला था कि hotel management करो, because उनके कोई एक बेटे और बेटी ने abroad जाके बहुत अच्छा पैसा कमाया था, तो उसके लिए तो मुझे भी वही 2-3 उनके कोई फ्रेंड्स जो अब्रॉड जा रहे हैं होटल मैनेजमेंट करके, उसके लिए मुझे भी होटल मैनेजमेंट में डाल दिया था. एंड आई वेंट टू नो दैट. इतना शॉर्ट स्टोरी था वो. देन आई वेंट टू होटल मैनेजमेंट. आई डिड दैट 3 years. आई ब्रिलियंटली आई फिनिश्ड माय कॉलेज. देन आई डिड माय internship everywhere. Then I started working also. So when I started doing my hotelier job, and I was a front desk agent who just takes check-in and check-out of people. I was that person, and you know what? I loved doing that. I loved meeting, because the best thing there was I got to meet different people, different faces every time in front of me, answering their questions, answering their queries, making their easier, simpler, happier as they are coming in front of me every time. And the more I did that, the more I knew that I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm loving this daily interaction. It's so exciting. And that's how I found the love in doing that hotel job. और मुझे quickly promotion मिला था. I think so in 1 year I was a hotel super, like the front desk supervisor. I did that. And then with time, while doing that, I also tried to work out. Because मैंने कोई तो एक वीडियो देखा था, कुछ तो देखा था, उसमें I saw how brilliantly that person is working out. कुछ तो एक मोटिवेशन मिला था मुझे. And then I went to a place to do an internship, and वहाँ पे there were a set of people who used to go to jog early morning. और they came to me and told me, Puneet, 5 बजे हो गया, we all go for a jog, please join us. And at that time I was not healthy at all, bad habits, everything. And then they told me to go for a jog. I went for a jog with them, and then 1 kilometer bhaga man, I was like this. This. Just in 1 kilometer, like I ran for like 100-200 meters, like this. And I was sat down and they are running, they're sprinting it out. Somewhere that clicked me. I was, I don't know, 20 at that time, 20, 21. And like, what am I doing with my body? What am I doing with my health? Then I just started to work out. I went to a gym. And then I saw the improvements slowly, which it brought in me, in my work, in what energy I had, the strength I had to stand for longer, the energy I had to do shifts back to back, because I was doing 3 shifts, was morning, afternoon, night, back to back, 12 hours job. And the energy levels was at top because I took care of myself apart from that daily routine which I had. And then the person around me, like there was a colleague around me who used to look at me and who slowly saw me transforming, slowly saw me doing these workouts. And I made that person also do somewhat what I was doing. That was my first client. That person was my first transformation. That person told me, Puneet, I am also going to start working out. And he did for a month or so. And he saw some amazing changes in his work. And that 1 hour of me and him talking about workouts and him talking about what made him start and what improvements he has made because of that inspiration which I had given at that time. मेरे को ना 1 घंटे में जो बात किया ना, it was that level of satisfaction which I got. It was way higher than that job also what I was doing for 12-hour shift. मुझे लग रहा है कि this is something I love to do. Like a person who is getting inspired by what I am doing. And then I saw slowly and steadily, I'm slowly inspiring people around me for fitness, for working out. And I transformed myself beautifully in that working stage of like 2 to 3 years. My wife sitting right here, she used to work also along with me in the same hotel. And I came to her at that day. We were not married at that time. We used to love each other at that time. I told her that, Pallavi, I want to stop what I'm doing right now. I want to do something in fitness. Do you think I can? And at that time, तभी क्या था कि लोगों के mindset में ना मुझे ऐसा कुछ shift लाना तो ये trainer बन जाएगा. ऐसा था. हाँ, तुझे मतलब सब कुछ छोड़ के तू अभी जो मिल रहा है तुझे अभी जो promotion मिला वो सब छोड़ के you are going to be a trainer. This is what the mindset was. And Pallavi out there, she saw because she was noticing what I was doing day in and out. उसने बोला तू कुछ कर सकता है इसमें यार. ट्राई करके देख क्या ही हो जाएगा. दिस इज व्हाट शी टोल्ड मी. दैट वाज द इनिशियल पुश. तो एक पुश मिला वो करने को बिकॉज आई जस्ट टोल्ड हर एंड आफ्टर मंथ और 2 वी बोथ गॉट मैरिड. लेट मी गिव यू अ कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑन दैट टू. वी बोथ गॉट मैरिड. हम लोग शादी करके आए. वी आर बैक टू द होटल वर्किंग टुगेदर. और सोचो अ मैरिड मैन नाउ वर्किंग अगेन. देन अगेन दैट मैरिड मैन इज थिंकिंग ऑफ क्विटिंग हिज जॉब एंड चलो कुछ स्क्रैच चालू करते हैं, ट्रेनर बन जाते हैं. लोग पागल ही बोलेंगे ऐसा सब छोड़ के. देन एट दैट पॉइंट आई टोल्ड माई मॉम, आई टोल्ड माई डैड कि दिस इज समथिंग व्हाट आई वांट टू डू. बट समवेयर माई मॉम एंड डैड वर गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉइज. दे उनके कोई भी लाइफ में कोई भी हम लोग फैमिली मेम्बर्स में किसने भी कुछ काम छोड़ के अलग कुछ नहीं ट्राई किया है कभी. खुद से कुछ करना है तो सोचना भी अभी तक नहीं आया था मेरे फैमिली सर्कल में. एंड आई वॉज द फर्स्ट पर्सन टू डू दैट. सो दे वर लाइक आई डोंट नो व्हाट यू डूइंग बट यू थिंक अबाउट इट. आई डोंट नो. मुझे उनको समझ ही नहीं रहा. वो चैनल ना पास ही नहीं हो रहा मेरा मैसेज अच्छे से कि मुझे ट्रेनर बनना है ये छोड़ के. तो लाइक आई डोंट नो पुनीत व्हाट यू आर सेइंग. इट्स ओके. देन समवेयर what I did that time was I did that 12-hour shift. I went back home. I did a certification online. I did that for every day 2 hours. I used to go back home and study. Then I used to go to the gym. I used to do my workout. I used to repeat that every single day for 6 months. I didn't tell my goal to anyone. मुझे क्या करना है उसके बाद. I just did what I love to do sincerely. I got the confidence that day to go to my boss and tell I'm stopping what I'm doing right now. Please give me 1 year. I will come back. अगर कुछ भी नहीं अच्छा हुआ तो I'm happy to do what I was doing right now at this stage. No one agreed. Boss was like, this is the biggest mistake which you'll ever make in your life. Because once you come back, the colleagues who are with you, they're going to get promoted, they're going to be in a higher position. When I told home, when I went back home, They were like, it's okay, you can think about it, but I don't know if you're going to come back and not do anything for like 1 year, just sit around and figure it out. So I'm going to shift back to where I am right now. Because I told, इसमें इतना ज़्यादा context नहीं है, but एक थोड़ा सा background होना आपको ज़रूरी है कि मैं कैसा shift हुआ था. उसके बाद, now, I'm going to talk about coming back here and starting from scratch. We're going to start something from scratch. The thing is, I lost everything. I like मुझे वो बोलते हैं ना people लोग क्या बोलेंगे और एक होता है मैं ये करूँगा तो how will society think about me, वो सब तो mind में था ही नहीं मेरा अभी, because I'm way past that now. मैंने decision ले लिया, I've stopped something and came back, तो मुझे नहीं फर्क पड़ने वाला है what people will say. तो मैं हर एक चीज़ करता था. I went to gyms, I gave my interview there. मुझे ये करना है, I'm good in this, but the way of how I spoke about fitness उनको नहीं जम रहा था, because I'm not the person who will talk about weight loss. I'm not the person who will talk about body going or body going fat. I have my deep intention about fitness is always different. So no gyms actually supported that. They told me no, I don't think so. This is the right approach to our clients. I said okay. ऐसा बहुत सारा stories हुआ है. उसके बाद what I did was I went from place, it was a decathlon, and I saw open ground. I went to the count directly. I already imagined that this ground is mine. I saw that barren ground. I already imagined I'm standing at that place. There are 50% in front of me. I am making a move, and I can do this by myself. I don't need to go in any gym and do that and be a trainer for that. I can take that step on that ground and make sure that everyone working out. I told exactly the same thing in the reception to a girl standing right there, and she loved it. ऐसा किसी ने आगे कभी बोला नहीं था. अभी तो बहुत famous, अभी तो बहुत ground में workouts होते हैं. But when I started, it was the first time in Mumbai in Thane where I started training on the ground in front of few people. और तभी मुझे वो promote करना भी कोई नहीं था. I just took my family members, my wife, my 2 friends, and my mom, my dad also. I remember he was standing around. I made them work out in front of me and I made a video of it and posted online. This is something which we have started. Simple. I didn't need a high-tech equipment that time. And somewhere I got about 4 clients and I was the happiest. Again, when I talk about this right now, because I have lived that phase, आपको लगे 4 clients and happy, oh my goodness, how? Yeah, that's what I was the happiest to get that first 4 clients at that time. I don't know, I earned around $6,000 a month, and actually it was the most beautiful thing I did ever. I earned that 6,000 for the next 3-4 months, and somewhere I just know that if anyone is doing what I am doing for the 6 months and 12 months, कहाँ पे ना वो person quit कर देगा कि क्या ही हो रहा है, 6,000 चल 8,000 एक दिन तो सर मिल गया. Doing it for 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. Let me go back to what I was happier there. कुछ तो अच्छा मिल रहा था. I never stopped what I did. I just knew that the person who is in front of me, he's changing, he's transforming himself, and that is making me go back home and be happy. In the real world right now, somewhere it may not match to many mindsets, but that is what gave me confidence. And after a period of around 18 months, I got about 40 clients there in the same place, and they told me that, Puneet, what you're doing, no one else does. We don't want to leave this place, we don't want to go in a gym and work out with equipment, but what you are saying, what you are talking to us while working out, that matters. Now I'm coming to a point, guys. People, no matter what job you do, people comes first. Second, no matter what job you are doing, if it's making a person's life simpler and convenient, you're going to go skyrocket. I'm going to tell you. Because sometimes when we try to find a job, trying to find something, we always think, मुझे ये job से मैं इससे ज़्यादा salary कैसे कमा सकता हूँ? And it's okay, it's completely okay to think it that way. But some things, when you try to pursue something, if you think like, if I do this, जो इससे तुझे क्या फायदा मिलने वाला है? How will I make your life more simpler, more convenient, more affordable? I kept on thinking only that, and that only drives me now to where I am right now. Because what I think, what I was before, what mindset I still have right now is I am actually nothing. This is one thing, what the mindset which I have, I am no one. but my work is something. What I do, my work is everything. You know why I love this mindset still now? Because that makes me work harder for the people, at the same time keeps me humble. Because the more I keep this mindset in every single work I do, that Puneet, you are actually nothing. You don't need to boast about yourself so much. You're no one. But the work you're doing, Puneet, no one else can do. I'm going to stand here confidently and say this. The way I coach, the way I talk to people when I coach, there is not going to be anyone who's going to come and beat me in that. Because with time, in 1 year, that 6,000, I'm thinking about every single person who is standing in front of me, what that person is thinking when she is doing, what problems he is having, what problems she is having. I understood the person more, and that made me a better coach. That made me a better person. I'm going to go back to the story of after that 40 people which I had. They only motivated me, Puneet, I think so you should open a good studio where. So I actually did that. I took the biggest risk in my life, that was investing and taking a lot of money and putting it in a very small studio. I did that, and I opened a studio. It was running very well for the first 6 months, and then COVID happened. You all know COVID, right? COVID happened after 6 months, and the first thing what they told was the gym should be shut. Just 6 months after I opened a new gym. मुझे नहीं करना था. I was forced by the people around me कि पुनीत तू ये कर, तुझे ये करना ही चाहिए. ये सब क्या कर रहा तू ग्राउंड में आके वर्कआउट कर रहा. Just do something big. Like, let's do it. I did it for 6 months, and then COVID happened, gym shut. Now that time again, I was not thinking about कि मेरा gym चलेगा कि नहीं. I was thinking about if I stop, the gym stops now. The person who were in the gym, what will they be doing? They cannot work out anymore. How will I be doing what I'm doing? Because I love this. I want to stand in one place. I want to train people. I want to talk to people. How will I do that? I went back home. I opened my social media profile.